What is going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller with the Sideline Scoop, and today I thought we'd break down some players who I think just aren't getting enough love right now. Some guys who are a little bit underrated, guys who I think are going to break out and do well in 2020. So let's get right into it. The first guy I want to talk about is Robert Tonyan, tight end out of Indiana. His first couple seasons in the NFL haven't been, super great. Only 14 receptions, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So honestly, pretty trash so far, but I really think that he's going to come into, sort of his potential in this upcoming season. Now with Jimmy Graham left, he's gone over to Chicago, the Chicago Bears. Side note, sorry Jimmy Graham, that's a terrible place to be. Can't believe you're going to be there. It's rough, but we wish you the best over there.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Anyways, but with Tonyan coming into his 3rd season this year, with the number 1 guy sort of gone out of the picture, I really think Tonyan has the potential to fill into this number 1 role. Of course, we have Jay Sternberger, who lots of people love, think can be great. He's a great receiving threat. Of course, we drafted Josiah Jaguara. He could be great. And of course, we have Mercedes Lewis, a little bit older, 36 years old, more of a blocker. But I really think that Tonyan has a shot to overtake this number 1 spot. Of course, there's still some competition going on, but he has a potential. So Matt LaFleur has basically said, this tight end battle is basically wide open. Tonyan has a shot to be the number 1 guy. And here's one thing to take a look at that most people might not know. He has been training with George Kittle, the tight end GOAT himself, one of the best tight ends in the NFL, who just got a 5-year, $75 million contract extension. And so you'd have to think with Tonyan being around Kittle, Kittle is just sort of giving him the secrets, giving him the secret sauce to what it takes to be one of the best tight ends in the NFL. And so I believe that after this offseason, with Kittle, working alongside Tonyan has taken some of Kittle's magic and sort of has it himself. So that's important to note, and so that's why I think Tonyan is underrated. All right, so now the second guy I want to talk about today is Tyler Ervin. Most of you guys probably remember him. He came in last December because the Packers return team was pretty trash, honestly. They had -9 punt return yards, something like that, through the first 12 games of the season.
Stop it. Get some help.
And then Tyler Ervin comes in and starts, doing super well. He averaged 9.6 yards per punt return when he came in, and he averaged 26.7 yards per kick return. The Packers were like, okay, you're doing pretty good. You're a pretty solid player. Let's sign you to a 1-year deal. So they signed him to a 1-year, $1 million contract. And so right now in training camp, it looks like the Packers are using him a lot as a wide receiver, training with wide receivers, also as a returner, also in the backfield. And so he just sort of seems like a very versatile guy. A guy can sort of do it all. And a guy who in 2020 just could be used all over the field as a wide receiver, as a returner. Of course, it's probably going to be his number 1 role, most important role for him. But it seems that he can sort of just do it all. Here's another quote from LaFleur. He said, "He's an explosive player. He's pretty elusive. We have Adam Stanovich, who is his O-line coach for a year at San Jose State. He's been in our ear about what type of player Swerve, as we like to call him, can be." So apparently Swerve is a solid guy and a guy who the Packers really, I think, can utilize in this upcoming season. Another underrated guy. All right, so now the final guy I'm going to talk about is a guy who I think some of you might say, this guy's not underrated. This guy, he has all the love. People love him. People think he's great. But honestly, that might just be in Packers stratosphere. When we're in a little Packers bubble, we love guys more than maybe most people do. And so I think we can get sort of stuck in that bubble and not really realize that this guy in the NFL is very underrated. And this guy is Lazard. And I've talked about him a lot in past videos. I really think that this is the year he's going to really just break out in this 2020 season. To take a look last season, he came in week 5 or 6. And when he was targeted on 3rd down by Aaron Rodgers went 11 for 16 with 140 yards and 1 touchdown. And Aaron Rodgers' QBR when targeting Lazard was 115.6. And so I think that Lazard has built up trust with Aaron Rodgers, not only in last season, but in this offseason as well. And I think that, it sort of shows from those stats. Anytime Aaron Rodgers targeted Lazard last year, Lazard performed extremely well. So I think this season, with Lazard actually being officially the second, number 2 wide receiver with Devin Funchess gone, Lazard, I think, is going to very much surpass, league-wide expectations. So, of course, as Packers fans, we've seen what Lazard can do and sort of how good he actually is. But I think the league in general sort of has no clue about sort of the potential that Lazard has, which I honestly, personally believe he's a very high potential. Last year, of course, being his first year, coming into year 2, I really think this is going to be his breakout season. So really, in the NFL, I really do think he's underrated. So those are the 3 guys that I think are really players to watch out for in 2020 who are going to exceed expectations of most people. So that's basically going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you like it down below. And if you want to see some more Packers content coming up in the future, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. It's just a little red button somewhere over here. So that's going to be all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next one.